It was a Saturday morning, the kind where sunlight slices through garage windows, catching particles of sawdust in the air. I was standing over a partially built coffee table, a miscut board awkwardly jutting out, the hum of the circular saw still lingering. The smell of fresh pine was strong, mixed with that faint tinge of frustration I knew all too well. My hands were covered in fine wood dust, and the weight of yet another failed project seemed almost physical. That moment, when you know it's not going to fit and you've already wasted half a sheet of expensive oak, was one I recognized immediately. And then I asked myself, why do so many woodworking reviews get it wrong? Why do they claim something works when I've been burning boards and chasing mistakes for years? Could the answer be something no one's telling us? Most people in your position assume the problem is your skill. You tell yourself that if only you measured more carefully or sanded more precisely, things would work out. But the real villain isn't you. It's the information gap built into the system of woodworking plans most people rely on. Thousands of plans are sold every year, and most omit the exact cut list, fail to clarify step sequences, or assume you know hidden tricks of the trade. It's not incompetence. It's incomplete instructions. For over a decade, I've followed, tested, and cross-referenced hundreds of woodworking plans. And time after time, I discovered the same pattern. Incomplete plans, vague diagrams, and missing details that leave even experienced woodworkers guessing. This isn't a minor oversight. It's a systemic problem that explains why projects pile up in garages, unfinished, while novices and seasoned builders alike end up questioning their abilities. Scenario 1. You're building a dining table. The top is perfectly sanded, legs cut to size. But halfway through assembly, one leg is off by half an inch. The table wobbles. You double-check your measurements, your technique, your math, and the thought creeps in, I must be doing something wrong. Weeks of labor feel wasted. Scenario 2, a bookshelf project. The diagram suggests you can pre-drill holes and assemble in one step, but the holes don't align. Dowel slip, board split. You question your skills. You consider giving up on building furniture entirely. Money is lost, and confidence takes a hit. Scenario 3, a garden bench. The plan shows simple tenon joints. You cut carefully, assemble, and nothing fits. You sand, recut, reassemble. Days pass. You feel the frustration, the subtle defeat, and think, maybe woodworking isn't for me. And here's what all three of these situations have in common. They're victims of the same problem. Incomplete plans with missing cut lists, insufficient guidance, and assumptions that create avoidable failure. And this is where most people make a mistake that costs months of time and hundreds of dollars. What nobody tells you is that the problem isn't your skill. It's the instructions you've been following. The part that surprised me most was realizing that even glowing reviews often miss this point entirely. After enough failed builds, I started asking a different question. What would a plan need to actually work, start to finish, without guessing? The core principle is simple. Complete detailed instructions with precise cut lists organized step by step, paired with visual diagrams that match reality. Not assumptions, not vague suggestions. Every measurement accounted for, every step clarified. I tested this approach across my previous 3 failed projects. Each problem vanished. The dining table aligned perfectly. The bookshelf fit without re-drilling. The garden bench assembled smoothly. One example, a simple coffee table. I followed a plan that included cut lists for each board, exact drill points, and assembly sequence. The result, finish in a day without mistakes, without frustration. And that's what changed everything. It wasn't a secret trick. It was structured guidance. The features naturally follow. Clear measurements, logical assembly steps, and diagrams that correspond to real-world execution. It's not about buying more tools or being a master. It's about following a system that works. You might be thinking, but I don't have a big workshop or all the tools, or I'm not that experienced. That's the point. This system is designed for builders exactly like you. One woodworker I know, limited space and basic hand tools, build a complete bookshelf and a side table without a single miscut. Another, a beginner with only a circular saw and clamps, finished a garden bench that fit perfectly in her patio. Both achieved success not because of skill alone, but because the instructions were complete and accurate. This is why it works. The system eliminates guesswork. It transfers confidence and precision directly into the hands of anyone willing to follow the steps. Imagine 6 months from now. Your garage is stacked with projects that never got finished. Boards remain uncut. Plans remain confusing. Money spent, time wasted, confidence chipped away. Now, imagine taking a single step, following a structured, complete plan. The same projects finished accurately, efficiently, without frustration. The difference isn't magic. It's clarity, organization, and methodical guidance. You've already been doing the hard part. The effort, the interest, the desire to build. Those were never a problem. The plans just haven't been keeping up with you. All those past frustrations? Evidence of effort, not failure. You were committed, trying, learning, even when the results didn't show it. Looking ahead, the next step is natural. Apply a system that matches your ambition, follows every detail, and respects your time and materials. If you want to see what I use for every build, I left a link in the description. And if this approach resonates with you, leave a comment or share your own workshop story. Let's keep learning together. Like, subscribe, and comment if you found this breakdown useful.